Hello, this is Hef Munson from Don Hammond's Arlington Weekly News, jumping the gun on the regular newscast to bring you some updates that seem to be of some significance. For Arlington residents, the Safeway store at 5101 Wilson Boulevard is maintaining regular hours. Most of their Arlington stores open at 5 a.m., except the Roslyn store, which opens at 6 a.m., but all the Arlington stores are open until 12 midnight. Customers in need of a 24-hour store can try the 1855 Wisconsin Avenue Northwest location in Washington, D.C. The giant food stores in Arlington report regular hours of 6 a.m. to 12 midnight. Customers in need of a 24-hour store can try the 1454 Chainbridge Road location in McLean, Virginia. The Harris Teeter stores, apparently all throughout, have scaled back their hours from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. So if you get a late night situation going, well, you might want to go to one of the other places. Special note. I was talking with the clerk today at the stores. Most stores receive restocks of supplies on a weekly basis. Usually comes in before the weekend. While some customers may want to maintain a 3-week supply of goods such as toilet paper or paper towels, there does not appear to be any need for purchases in excess of those necessary quantities. When some people purchase more than they need, they exhaust the readily available supply and force other people to do without. Here's something else to consider. We received a forwarded email from one of our crew that was purportedly a series of new COVID-19 findings from the Stanford Research Institute. Some of the items listed looked logical and promising, while others were somewhat surprising. The message was circulated among several of our people, some of whom replied gratefully, saying that they had, in turn, re-forwarded the message to their family and friends. Then came the apology. The original link turned out to be not from the Stanford Research Institute, and not all of the information was accurate. However, this little story provides a good illustration of how imperfect information can be spread just like a virus, and sometimes even faster. Well, what to do? We suggest, upon receiving a forwarded message citing an authority, to close that message and go to the actual website of that authority. If the information matches, it still may or may not be entirely correct, but at least it's the best effort of that particular authority. Accordingly, be sparing in your forwards, even if you have confidence in the source. Yesterday's authoritative hypothesis may not be borne out by tomorrow's results. How about a movie? Well, Regal Cinemas is reportedly shutting down all of their theaters effective Tuesday, March the 17th. However, I just did a search of Regal Ballston Quarters website, and that indicates showtimes for the movie I Still Believe all the way through March 23rd. It's hard to know what to still believe. Next up, shelter in place. Several counties in the San Francisco Bay Area have been issued a shelter-in-place order by Northern California officials. Some Arlingtonians may be wondering if it could happen here. Let's entertain that possibility. Suppose it does. Now, what does shelter in place really mean in this case? Here are some of the details of the actual announcement. Quote, "You will still be able to walk your dog or go on a hike alone or with someone you live with or even with another person as long as you keep 6 feet between you." Another quote, "Essential businesses like grocery stores and pharmacies will remain in operation." Another quote, "The order will not strictly confine people to their homes." Last quote, "You can still complete your most essential outings or even engage in outdoor activity so long as you avoid close contact." So, Even if such a measure is implemented here in Arlington, access to food and medicine will still be available. That means that hoarding is not necessary. After all, if everyone were under house arrest, it would be impossible for them to go out and seek testing. Our advice overall remains the same. Be careful, but not fearful. Hef Munson signing off with one of what's probably going to be a number of updates. Don Hammond's Arlington Weekly News. Good luck.